Hello guys, how are you? David DeFranco here from daviddefranco.com with my review of the Vantrue R1 Pro Dashcam. Now this video is pretty significant in my eyes because, well, this is my first ever Dashcam review. So this is a completely new market to me. And honestly guys, I gotta say this right off the bat, I am absolutely loving this Dashcam. It is just overall a very impressive product. So let's talk about it in detail. Starting out with the pros, the Vantrue R1 Pro Dashcam records in not only 920 by 1080, but also 2560 by 1080, and either in 30 frames per second or 60 frames per second, which entirely depends on the resolution that you prefer. But not only that, this Dashcam also records in HDR, which, as you can see in the screenshots right now, does make a huge difference. So speaking in terms of build quality, I gotta say this Dashcam does not disappoint at all. And actually, if anything, it surpasses my expectations because, as mentioned, I've never done a Dashcam review before, so I wasn't really sure what the market was like. But the R1 Pro Dashcam kind of sets a standard in my eyes because it's that great. It's built out of metal. It feels excellent. The buttons feel solid, and the onboard 2.7-inch display is beautiful. With plenty of buttons surrounding the display, this gives you a ton of options to control the Dashcam to your preference. From setting up your motion detection, to your audio detection, to your video resolution settings, there are plenty of options to play around with. And that includes capturing video at a stunning 170-degree viewing angle. Yes, 170 degrees. So in other words, when you're driving, you are not going to miss a thing. Because let's face it guys, God forbid if you do get into a car accident, you want it captured as much as possible. And guys, I gotta say, this Dashcam will not disappoint. It captures everything you want from video to, yes, even audio as well. Speaking of audio, my Apple Watch is making noises. Okay, so 170 degrees of the viewing angle may be impressive, but what about the actual video quality? Well, I gotta say, it's definitely superb. Let's just put it this way. If you've used a GoPro before, then you'll pretty much know what to expect out of this Dashcam, and that is a good thing. Saturation is a little low, but the video quality overall is excellent. Now, speaking in terms of motion and audio detection, you heard me say this before. Well, yes, the Dashcam does support both. Now, picture this scenario. You're sitting in a parking lot, in my case, most likely a Wawa parking lot, and you're just sitting there enjoying your time, enjoying some relaxation for a few minutes. Well, you most likely do not want your Dashcam recording. Well, thankfully, you have the option to turn this feature either on or off. Now, for me personally, I like to have this option on because I don't want the Dashcam recording while I'm sitting in the parking lot and taking up valuable space on my micro SD card. Which, by the way, this Dashcam supports up to 64 gigabytes, which in my opinion is plenty of space. So I do just that. As soon as I start driving, the motion kicks in and the Dashcam automatically begins to record. And that right there is a feature I really appreciate. And finally, let's go back to build quality for a moment because I want to touch upon a feature that you should not overlook. And that is the ability to withstand the most extreme temperatures. Because, let's not forget, this Dashcam is likely going to be sitting in your car for very long periods of time. In other words, during the summer days, your car gets extremely hot. And I gotta say guys, I put my finger on the Dashcam, and guys, it is easily the hottest item I have ever touched in terms of technology. This thing gets extremely hot. Now that's not necessarily a bad thing because this Dashcam actually survives. It has not once crashed. It has not once just stopped working because of the extreme temperatures. It just kept working. So with that said, I just have to assume that because the Dashcam works perfectly in the most extreme hot temperatures, I have to assume that the Dashcam will perform just as well in extreme cold temperatures. And of course, this is something I will cover in future videos between November and March. Alright, so those are my pros regarding the R1 Pro Dashcam. But of course, like any other product out there, it's not perfect. But with that said, there are only 2 cons worth mentioning in my opinion. The first con, and I gotta say this definitely disappointed me a bit, and that is the lack of night vision. Unfortunately, this Dashcam does not have night vision support, which yeah, I mean, I gotta say I would have liked to see that in this Dashcam, but I gotta be honest, it's not a huge letdown because this Dashcam actually performs quite well in low light situations. And the second con I gotta mention is the lack of mobile app support. Okay, so to my understanding, and this could change in the near future, I'm not sure, but to my understanding, there is no way of wirelessly transferring the video capture data from the Dashcam itself to a mobile device, such as your iPhone, Android phone, iPad, Windows tablet, anything like that. So, as of today, the only way to transfer your video files is to manually take out the micro SD card and plug it into your computer or mobile device. Okay, so is this a deal breaker? No, but it would have been nice to have the convenience to be able to view my video files on my iPhone right there in my car. But with that said, this Dashcam does support up to 64 gigabyte micro SD cards. 64 gigabytes is a lot of data, and because this Dashcam is constantly looping, chances are you're not going to miss the shot that you really want to get. So if you want my personal recommendation, take out the SD card from your Dashcam maybe every 1 to 2 weeks, then transfer those video files to your computer, your phone, tablet, anything like that. Review the videos and keep the ones that actually matter. And then don't forget to put the SD card right back into the Dashcam, which I gotta say is very easy to begin with. So guys, there you have it, my review of this Dashcam. Is it worth the $119 price tag on Amazon? In my opinion, yes. Go for it. I mean, I honestly love having a Dashcam in my car. I'm just a huge fan of the idea of capturing every single moment when I'm out there on the open road. Because guys, let's face it, God forbid, if there ever is an accident, it is critical that you capture that moment on camera, especially if you need to take it to court or anything like that. But wait, don't end the video yet. If you do want to buy this Dashcam using that link right below, use that discount code right below as well to save $20 on your order. $20. And that special ends on Friday, August 7th. So guys, there you have it, my very positive review of the Vantrue R1 Pro Dashcam. Overall, I'm just loving it. Sure, it's not perfect, but you know what? The pros, they easily outweigh the cons, and I think you'll enjoy it just as much as I've been enjoying mine. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Huge thanks to Vantrue for making this video possible. I really, really appreciate it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.